The movie takes place in the year 2067. By this time, the world is already ruined and can't be fixed anymore because of climate change. All plants on Earth are gone. With no plants left, oxygen in the air has dropped fast and keeps getting worse. People can't breathe naturally anymore, so they are forced to buy artificial oxygen just to stay alive. Because of this, 99% of the world has gone dark. Most people slowly suffocate and die. In the middle of all this chaos, only one city in Australia is still standing. The reason it survives is a powerful company called Chronocorp, which makes synthetic oxygen for the public. But there's a huge problem. Breathing artificial oxygen for too long causes a deadly illness known as the sickness. Because of this disease, humans now have only a few years left before the entire species goes extinct. The story then focuses on Ethan White, who lives in this surviving Australian city. He works as a mechanic at Chronocorp along with his close friend Jude. While the company sells oxygen to keep people alive, it is also secretly working non-stop to find a cure for the sickness and save what's left of humanity. Ethan has a very personal reason to care about this cure. His wife, Xanthi, is already suffering from the sickness. To keep her alive, Ethan works day and night so he can earn enough money to buy her higher quality oxygen. One day, while Ethan and Jude are working inside an underground tunnel, they are suddenly called to the office of Regina Jackson, the chief technology officer in charge of particle research at Chronocorp. When they arrive, Regina introduces herself and gets straight to the point. She tells them that if nothing changes, humanity will be completely wiped out in just a few years. Then she says something that shocks Ethan. According to her, he is the only person who can save everyone. Ethan is confused and doesn't take her seriously at first. He thinks this all sounds crazy, but Regina insists and asks him to come with her to see their lab. Inside the lab, Ethan sees massive machines everywhere. A doctor named Billy Mitchell introduces himself and briefly checks the device on Ethan's wrist. After that, they finally explain the truth. They tell Ethan that his father, Dr. Richard White, started this secret project 20 years ago. Standing right in front of them is a machine called the Chronicle, and it's actually a time machine. During its very first test, the scientists didn't send a human through it. Instead, they sent radio waves to see what existed on the other side. What they discovered was unbelievable. The signal showed that 407 years in the future, in the year 2474, Earth would be filled with enough plant life to naturally produce oxygen again and support human life. This made the scientists believe one important thing. If humans still exist that far into the future, then they must have already solved the problems destroying the world in 2067. But something even stranger happened. The radio waves they sent into the machine didn't just disappear. They came back changed. When the team decoded the signal, they found a message sent from the future itself. The message said only 3 words: "Send Ethan White." Because of this message, Regina and her entire team believe Ethan must travel to the future and bring back the cure that can save humanity. Ethan is completely stunned. He refuses to believe any of it and thinks Regina is lying to him. On top of that, he can't imagine leaving his sick wife behind and jumping into the future. No matter what they say, Ethan decides he won't help them, so he turns down their offer. Later that day, Ethan and Jude sit inside a small diner where people come to buy fresh, crisp oxygen. While they're there, Jude once again tries to convince Ethan to go along with the plan and help save humanity. Ethan just laughs it off. He tells Jude he doesn't want to turn into his father. Ethan holds deep anger toward his dad because he was never around. 20 years ago, his father suddenly left home and disappeared. Around the same time, Ethan's mother was killed when he was still a child. After that, Jude stepped in and raised Ethan himself. Over the years, Jude became more than a friend. Ethan sees him as both an older brother and his closest companion. Ethan blames his father for abandoning his mother to finish that project. He refuses to follow the same path and leave his own sick wife behind. But Jude doesn't give up. He tells Ethan that the only way to save Xanthi is to find a cure, and this mission might be his only chance. Ethan then remembers something from his past, his 8th birthday. That day, his father gave him a strange box as a present. When young Ethan put his hand inside it, a device suddenly clamped onto his wrist, cutting his skin and making him bleed. Without his permission, his father had attached a permanent wrist device to him. Even after all these years, Ethan still has no idea what that device actually does. Later that night, Ethan goes home and tells Xanthi everything that happened during the day. Instead of stopping him, she gently tells him that he should go. She believes this might be the only hope left. The next morning, Ethan writes the words, "I will find my way back to you," onto a small metal flower and places it beside Xanthi. Then he heads back to Regina's office and finally agrees to help. Ethan makes one condition clear. If he finds only one cure, it must be given to Xanthi first. Regina agrees. She takes him back to the lab, where Dr. Mitchell shows him a special suit he has to wear before entering the machine. As they explain the mission, Ethan quickly realizes something terrifying. They don't actually have a plan. They have no idea what the future looks like, who he might meet, or what dangers are waiting for him. After putting him in the suit, the team gives Ethan an AI device called Archie. Archie will monitor Ethan's health signs in real time and help track his location. Once everything is ready, they activate the machine and send Ethan through time. Inside the Chronicle, Ethan is thrown forward at unbelievable speed. Moments later, he crashes down from the sky and lands in a thick, unknown jungle. The air resistance causes his suit to catch fire, so Ethan quickly rips it off. As he looks around, he's completely stunned. The world is alive again. Trees are everywhere. The air is clean. Natural oxygen is back. Following Archie's directions, Ethan walks deeper into the jungle and soon comes across what looks like a bunker door. But something else grabs his attention first. A skeleton lying right in front of it. When he looks closer, he sees a bullet hole in the skull. Then he notices the name tag. It has his own name on it. The skeleton is Ethan White. Shaken to his core, Ethan finds the skeleton's Archie device and plays its final recording. He hears a man's voice say, "This is the only way," followed by a gunshot. The recording cuts off as the device loses power. Ethan is horrified. He believes this is the fate waiting for him in the future. That's when he notices something else. The skeleton is wearing the same wrist device he has. The only difference is that the light on the skeleton's device is green, while Ethan's has been red his entire life. That night, Ethan starts a fire and eats some wild berries to survive. But soon he realizes he made a huge mistake. The berries are poisonous. He begins throwing up and slowly loses consciousness. After some time, Ethan wakes up and freezes in shock. Standing in front of him is Jude. The lab had noticed Ethan's vital signs dropping and believed he was dying from poison. Acting fast, they sent Jude into the future with the cure, just in time to save Ethan's life. Sometime later, Ethan and Jude realize something disturbing. The skeleton is still there. That means Ethan's fate hasn't changed at all. Whatever happens, he still ends up dead in this future. Using Archie, they search the area and discover another hidden door. A scanner reads Ethan's eye and allows them inside. Once in, a screen turns on and welcomes Ethan. It then asks for a DNA sample. When Ethan agrees, his wrist device suddenly activates and pierces his skin, drawing blood. After the scan finishes, the light on the device finally turns green. The room lights up, and that's when they understand where they are. They're standing inside Chronocorp's laboratory, 407 years in the future. Right in front of them sits the time machine. Jude is excited. He believes this means they can finally go back home. But Ethan doesn't feel hopeful at all. He points out that nothing has changed. His body is still lying outside. In his mind, that means he's still going to die the same way. Ethan checks the system logs and finds a hologram recording left behind by his father. In the message, his father explains that the time machine was never meant to send people through time. It was designed to collect oxygen data from the future and send that information back to the past. But when he first turned the machine on, something unexpected happened. He received a message from the future asking him to send his son. Even though he had doubts, Ethan's father followed the message and created a DNA lock in the lab so only Ethan could access it. Soon, Ethan and Jude discover another major problem. The time machine can't take them back. Its power source has almost completely drained after sitting unused for over 400 years. Things get even worse. By activating the lab, they've triggered a failure in the nuclear power core. The system warns them that the core will explode in 4 hours. If that happens, everything will be destroyed. Now they're racing against time. They need to fix the time machine and return to the past before the explosion. When they step outside, they're shocked by what they see. The city is in ruins, completely covered in green plants. Nature has taken over everything, but there are no living humans anywhere. Human skeletons are scattered across the streets. This future shows the truth. After humans went extinct, the earth slowly healed itself. Ethan rushes to what used to be Xanthi's home. Inside, he finds only her bones. The sight completely breaks him. Jude tries to pull him back to reality. He urges Ethan to return to the past, saying it looks like a cure for the sickness doesn't even exist in the future. But something about Jude's words doesn't sit right with Ethan. Ethan picks up the old damaged Archie and plays the recording again. This time, he recognizes the voice clearly. It's Jude. The recording makes it sound like Jude is the one who shoots him. Jude immediately pulls out his gun and denies it, swearing he would never kill Ethan. Still confused, Ethan decides to focus on the mission first. Working together, they manage to stabilize the power core and rush back into the lab. Now the Chronicle system is working again. They're told the portal will activate in 37 minutes. Once it opens, it will connect to 2067 for about 30 seconds. Their only chance to go back. But even now, Ethan sees that his body is still lying outside the door in the same spot. To him, it proves that the future hasn't changed at all. To uncover the truth, Ethan removes the battery from his working Archie and places it into the broken one. This unlocks a hidden video message. In the recording, Ethan is warned that his future self will be killed by Jude. At this point, Jude finally confesses. He says the future can't be changed and claims that everything he's done was to protect Ethan. Ethan can't accept that. Distraught and angry, he locks Jude inside a room. Then Ethan plays another hologram, his father's final log from the day he died. In it, Ethan discovers a conversation between his father and Regina Jackson, Chronocorp's CTO. His father wanted to use the time machine to save all of humanity by finding a cure. But Regina had a very different plan. She only wanted to use the machine to escape the dying world with a small group of chosen people, leaving everyone else behind. No matter which plan is chosen, one rule stays the same. Someone must travel to the future and activate the time machine from that side. To safely send any living thing through time, the machine has to be running at both ends. When Ethan's father realized that Regina, the CTO, only wanted to save a selected group of people, he acted fast. He locked the time machine and set Ethan's DNA as the only access key. That way, no one could use it without Ethan. Furious over this, Regina killed Ethan's father on the spot. After that, she ordered Jude to murder Ethan's mother and then stay close to Ethan as his guardian. Her plan was simple: raise Ethan, protect him, and one day use his wrist device to unlock the future. Ethan is completely shattered by the truth. The man he trusted like a brother turns out to be the one who killed his mother, and the same man who is now supposed to kill him too. At the same time, Ethan finally understands that his father never abandoned the family on purpose. He was trying to save everyone. Realizing that Regina still plans to escape into the future with only a chosen few, Ethan tries to shut down the time machine, but Jude stops him and admits everything. Jude reveals that Regina sent him to the future with one clear order: make sure Ethan repairs the power failure, activates the time machine, and then kill him. But over the years, Jude truly came to love Ethan like family. Seeing Ethan broken and suffering because of his actions fills Jude with guilt. Unable to live with what he's done, Jude lowers his gun and shoots himself instead. Overcome with rage and sorrow, Ethan decides to honor his father's final wish: find a cure and save humanity. As he studies the system monitor, Ethan notices the very first message ever sent through the machine. Suddenly, it hits him. The message, "Send Ethan White," was sent by himself. Everything comes full circle. Ethan re-enters the message and sends it back to the past, along with other vital data. Back in the year 2067, Regina waits nervously in the lab with her group of privileged survivors, ready to escape through time. But instead of a working portal, the machine sends something else back: hundreds of long-extinct plants, along with a recorded video showing Regina murdering Ethan's father. Moments later, Ethan destroys the time machine completely, ending Regina's plan forever. Regina is arrested for murder. With the plants sent from the future, scientists begin restoring life on Earth. Slowly, the planet starts to heal. Ethan's wife, Xanthi, receives a flower sent by Ethan and understands the sacrifice he made. Ethan remains alone in the future. He gives Jude a proper burial and finally forgives him. Then something small catches his eye: a butterfly. It leads him back to the same entrance as before. This time, Ethan notices something incredible. The body of his future self is gone. He rushes outside and sees a breathtaking sight, a clean, advanced, eco-friendly city, completely different from the empty ruins he saw earlier. Ethan smiles knowing the truth. His choice changed the future of humanity. Subscribe for more insane movie stories that mess with time, fate, and humanity. And thank you all so much for your support.